Hello beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to those of you who are returning. This is gonna be a very suddenly inspired pick a card. I just wanna talk to you and help you understand more about a spiritual experience you've had, something that has happened that you could not understand fully, maybe you suppressed part of it. So I want to have a conversation with your subconscious mind as well as with your higher self. We'll have three groups here. Group number one will be this one, this crystal. I don't know if the camera can focus on it or not. I just hope you can see it. It's like a cluster and it's really pretty. This is group number two. Ooh, something from it fell. Anyways. And group number three. So you can take your time, reflect upon each of the crystals and see which one draws you in the most. And once we go into your pile, I'll be pulling cards in real time, so I'll be shuffling in front of you, so this type of reading may take longer. So if you are here for the quick messages, that's not one of those pick a cards, and I suggest you go over another video. So yeah, let's get into it. Pile number one, let's see. What spiritual experiences have you suppressed, misunderstood? Can we give you clarity? So let's talk to your higher self. This one wanted to come up. You guys have had, some of you have had a spiritual experience with a community of soulmates, because I heard sisters, so you came together with beings that are very close to you. You've shared lifetimes with them. You probably also share an ideology and a purpose together. I'm getting that some of you have encountered a being that is definitely part of your soul group, and I'm seeing this being's aura. It's like peach color, but leaning more towards yellowish and white. It's very bright aura. It's a very, very bright aura. Okay, so let's see. Distorted desire. Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. Perspective. A calm and clear mind is free to see differently. Okay. I feel that for many of you, you were visited at a time when you did feel quite isolated and lonely, with distorted desire I'm getting that external factors were pushing you in a direction that was not good for you. It was not the correct one. And that's why your guides came in very clearly. They came in very loud, very bold. They showed you something. Your soul family on the other side showed you a sign, a synchronicity, something to get you off the path created by distorted desires. And with perspective, it is very likely that whatever they showed you, maybe I feel like maybe it caused fear for some of you. But why I'm being so like slow with getting this message out is I don't feel your guides would wanna cause you fear or shock to your system. I don't think any being of light would do that. Perhaps they were showing you how a difficult situation was actually to get you on the right path. It was present in your life to get you on the right journey. We've got the River and the Destroyer. Wow. I feel to some of you, the other side was shown to you. You were taken to a place, a dimension, if you will, because the way it looked, the way it felt, it was supposed to destroy a pattern in your human being, a pattern you kept following in your human life. Something about the mechanics of the other side were shown to you to give you perspective on your human life, on your human journey. I'm hearing some of you have been resisting a shamanic journey, an urge, a calling to commit yourself to a practice or a long initiation for like a couple of months. Keep on doing something in order to be initiated. Because with distorted desire, what I'm saying is that you're craving something spiritually that you're not doing the proper things to attain it. The devil. Oof. Pile one, you have some some darker cards coming up. I mean, the devil does not have to be necessarily and certainly a negative card, but in the entire spread, it kind of implies that heavy energy. It's almost like, yeah, what I was channeling about the shock, I don't think so. Again, I don't think your guides were the one creating this shocking spiritual event or experience, paranormal experience. But what I feel is that a spiritual experience you've been suppressing, or let's say a metaphysical, if you will, experience you've been suppressing, is one that caused soul fragmentation. It was so shocking to your system for many of you that it made your energy split, kind of. You abandoned a huge portion of your energy, of yourself, in that place where you had the experience, or with those people you had the experience with, or in that place, or in that time frame of your life. It's like this part of you, this fragment of you, is still living and cycling through that experience over and over again, like a stuck fragment, a frame of a movie you keep rewinding and repeating on loop. That's what I see. Nine of Wands. Absolutely, you felt attacked. You felt like you were the target. You felt targeted. Your crown and your eyesight was targeted, kind of clogged. Oops. Too many cards. I'm not gonna take them. The Hierophant. Something really challenged your belief system. Something really challenged the security you had within yourself, the security you had granted by certain belief systems. Those were challenged, maybe broken. Perhaps you believed, or you were always assured, I am protected, I am this, I am that, and then something happened and it made you feel like you had no control, no power over the situation, no control or power over yourself, your strength. it is very likely one of the reasons why you suppressed this was because of maybe a spiritual teacher or someone debunked, quote unquote, because they didn't really, but maybe they argumented themselves so well, they made you feel like this experience was not real or this experience was not valid. It could be also that the authorities in your life they kind of pulled you in this. They pulled you in day-to-day routine and responsibilities and made you forget. For many of you, I feel like you guys have faced, you've seen the true, you've seen a reality in its true light for exactly what it is. But then routines, day-to-day responsibilities and all that pulled you away from this vision, from this truth. And it was easier for you to kind of abandon this truth or ignore it or find excuses why it's not significant, even if it is the way you saw it, even if things are the way you intuitively feel. Something made you make excuses why this vision was not the most important thing. Some of you guys are suppressing your spiritual abilities or visions and epiphanies under the cover of certain addictions. With distorted desire, it's like deep down you want one thing, but if you feel like it's too difficult to get it, or if you're scared to explore that area, you would mask it with another desire. And I'm telling you, for many of you, this is a literal shamanic journey that I see with the destroyer, but it will destroy your ego. For many of you, it may require you to leave your job, completely change your lifestyle, change where you live. Perhaps you've seen that where you live, like the land, the environment, the people are not in coherent resonance with your frequency of your higher self, and you want to leave or you want to change the place, you want to change the environment, you want to change your lifestyle, but it requires to get rid of some very secure parts of your life, some very secure foundations in your life with the Hierophant. And that cannot happen overnight, or at least not in an easy way. So you may cover that urge or desire or intuitive knowing with a goal setting tendency, for example, or establishing a relationship every once in a while to say, now I'm dating this person, I can't just leave my hometown or whatever. The sun. Okay, finally. I like that the sun is coming up. And the Two of Pentacles. there was almost like a hook, a link to your solar plexus, to your heart space as well, because the sun is not only our solar plexus, but it is also the center of our being, so it also operates within the heart space. I'm almost getting like a generational, not a curse, but a generational pattern, um, a generational link to certain thought forms that you may call demons, you may call spirits, whatever. It's just a thought form, a being, and it's like there is this generational link to those, and usually those beings would play a lot in the field of relationships. What I'm getting is you may experience a lack of self-love, or feeling like you want yourself to be different, to be lovable. That is just an illusion here that is placed upon you, put in your solar plexus and in your heart, trying to suspend the love from your higher self, the self-love you must have for yourself. And when that is suspended, you do fall slave and you do fall victim to those beings or energies that that are the very ones putting the hooks in your chakras there. You've got the horse twice, and it's funny because this one is a white horse and this one is a black one. So I am thinking, you had a spiritual experience that felt, it's like it showed you something that was meant to manipulate you into lowering your frequency. This spiritual experience was created as an illusion to manipulate you. It wasn't reflecting the true nature of who you are. So you are on a quest of remembering your light pile one, because I feel like you were tricked to believe you were not in touch with your light, or you were not light at the core. That's what you were tricked to believe. And this doubt and maybe even self-pity is not helping you elevate your energy. And I'm telling you all of that because I feel that reconnecting with your light is just as scarier as some false illusionary vision you had about yourself. It's like you were given a vision, or you were given information that made you feel bad. It made you feel this yucky, how do I explain it, like bad feeling, just bad feeling, okay? But I'm really getting that it was not the truth. Once again, the beings of light would not operate in this way, giving you this type of vision, this type of information. They don't benefit from you feeling scared. They don't benefit from you lowering your frequency. So it's like you're being reinitiated in communication with your higher self. Something made you lose it and trust those other beings. And you may ask, why would you suppress or delay reconnecting to your light? Because when you are made to believe that you're not of light, or you're not good enough, pure enough, whatever, light can be scary. Light can be scary in the sense of we may not feel ready for it, worthy for it. So we find excuses. I do also feel a spiritual practice, a routine you've established is being destroyed for you to establish a new one. A spiritual belief system is being destroyed to establish a new one. You're learning to break those chains. I feel like that's what I'm getting, and since this is so spontaneous, I don't know if I'm going to do an extended version of this. I really want to do it, so I'll see how much energy I have, and if I do have it, you will see an extended portion of this reading linked right beneath the timestamp of the pile. So yeah, if that is there, then I did it. If there isn't such a link, then I didn't have the energy to do the extended portions. So thank you, Pile One, for being here. I hope this is giving you some clarity around some spiritual experiences that you've had. Some of the channeled messages were not a particular situation, it was more so like an ongoing cycle or an ongoing situationship. So yeah, let me know how you resonated with that. Let me know if it gave you clarity. I hope this is helpful. And yeah, if there is an extended, I'll see you there. If not, again, thank you for spending this time with me, and I'm sending you lots of love and healing frequencies. Bye. Hello there, 𝒸𝒶𝓀, and welcome to your reading. So let's get into it. If you chose this crystal, this is gonna be your reading. Okay. What spiritual experience is left unexplained, unexplored, suppressed? Can we get a message, please? I'm getting a lot about your North Node, your destiny. I'm hearing you're following your destiny, you're following your North Node. For some of you, it does feel like following your destiny has always been a fight against all odds. But I'm hearing your guides say suppressing or not understanding the level of connections you have to certain spiritual beings or figures, or there is a sense of downplaying sometimes intuitive downloads you're getting. Some of you have had a flame going down your spine, your entire body, purifying you. I feel you've had a spiritual experience that was physically purifying, physically it was like a physical attunement. So perhaps if you've been initiated into Reiki, that could be it. But for others, you've had this experience entirely on your own. You weren't necessarily initiated by a living human being. I'm getting more so an angelic force. Okay, that is the same card as pile number 1, so I'm not gonna take it. Okay, confusion. Wow, interesting. Look at that. Look at that lantern and, you know, containing the flame inside, but it's outside of the body. Growth hurts, heals, and harnesses away through the uncertainty. Yeah, growth hurts. So following your purpose does feel like a fight. Let's see, what is this all about? In your sleep, 𝓂𝒾𝒹, you received this attunement. Radical self-acceptance. What I'm getting is you were trained or taught how to expend your energy, how to expand your energetic field, basically how to embody a bigger part of you, kind of like claiming the space you hold, the space you inhabit. For many of you, you've had a spiritual experience in your home, is what I'm getting, in your house. So yeah, one thing, you received attunement in your sleep, so definitely in your home. But for others, this is also about kind of your higher self, all of your energy, filling the house, filling the home space, expanding your frequency to fill up the entire apartment or house. Because with radical self-acceptance, I'm getting this like, you're this large energetic being, and it took you a while to gain the confidence to stand in the center of that large energetic being and to claim your space, to claim and to be okay with taking up space. So that's about your throat chakra, 𝓂𝒾𝒹. It's about your self-expression, if you ask me. It's about your root chakra, your body. For many of you, as I said, and this experience took place in your physical body. This spiritual attunement was for the physical body to be able to contain higher frequencies, more of your higher self. Perhaps some of you do struggle with the physical nature of the human body, because you're very sensitive. I do feel one of the spiritual experiences you've had did not feel spiritual. It was quite a physical experience, but it made you realize that for most of you, you are empathic in the physical sense of things. You feel emotions and frequencies in your body as physical symptoms, as manifestations in your physicality. I don't know if this once again took place in dream state or in meditation, but I do see you are gifted the ability to protect yourselves. It's like your guides gave you a technique or a vision, something that serves you as a shield. Maybe this expansion of the energetic field serves as auric protection, as an auric shield. Let's see. What else? Can you give me clues about the spiritual experience of 𝒑𝒶𝓃𝒹? Kairos. The crown. Being in contact with ancient voices of the ancestors, traveling outside of time. I think in dream state you quite often visit the past, you travel outside of time, you talk to your ancestors, and you may not even realize that those people you meet in your dreams are your ancestors. Okay, I cannot ignore how much this message is just like popping up in the cards, but there is something about either astral projecting where you're literally out of your body and you've seen yourself like laying down there on the floor or in your bed, or a near-death experience 𝒑𝒶𝓃𝒹. Because with Kairos, we've got this energy of time, the time matrix, leaving it, traveling outside of time. The crown is an energy of understanding life and death. This card right here really reminds me of someone who is experiencing a near-death experience. And here we are seeing her chest bare. So it feels like those the tools that like send electricity into your heart to revive it. I'm not sure exactly what they were called, but yeah, I'm really thinking of a near-death experience here. This may have a different level of intensity for different people watching right now, but I'm really sensing that. I'm not getting a clear picture, but I'm just kind of channeling different messages for different people. Probably for some of you there is a sense of almost like swapping bodies, or really switching realities. Some of you are really experiencing a multi-dimensional version of you. You're very awake to this reality of things, and this allows you to experience parallel universes. This allows you to swap bodies, if you will. So sometimes you would get deja vu or crazy alternations in your wake life, in your wake reality, and you would know that something is going on. It's like your consciousness is glitching between parallel realities quite a lot, 𝒑𝒶𝓃𝒹. This is teaching you to accept yourself because it's basically showing you that there are so many versions of you. So if you work so hard only on one particular version and you're obsessed with it and you're only proud of yourself being one particular way with radical self-acceptance, this shows that you're not experiencing the multidimensional version of you, because a multidimensional version of you holds all the negative and positive traits you hate or worship within yourself. And this is, to me, radical self-acceptance, understanding that there are many yous in time and space, and being able to glitch through them through deja vu or sleep, dream state, astral projection. Being able to see all of these different parallel versions of you allows you to love yourself as you are here and now, because it shows how not static you are and not stagnant you are. Like, you're just not this one person you're trying to create. Oof, okay, another message. These come like bombs. Like, I channel one portion of the reading and then I feel like I channel a whole new group of people watching. So with the crown, Kairos, confusion, I do feel some of you receive, this may not be very positive, but it's just some people have this ability, period. You may receive omens for people who would soon pass away, or that someone will soon leave the physical reality. You may not receive necessarily who this person would be, but you would receive omens and messages that this will soon take place in your surroundings. So people close to you, people you know of. And yes, you definitely have had mediumship experiences. I definitely see spirits come to you to send a message that you should send to their relatives or to whoever they need you to talk to. I do see that spirits come to you with not only wisdom and guidance, but also with personal messages that they kind of want you to distribute. And I do feel like at some point you wanted to shield yourself from paranormal activities. But I do feel that is part of your mission, part of your purpose. It's just a skill you have to communicate with the other side outside of time. So sometimes you would communicate with spirits who have passed on centuries ago. And these spirits may have even incarnated. This is so crazy. They may have even incarnated, but you're talking to the past imprint of them, the memory of them, the memory in the astral plane of them. When they visited, they left an imprint there, and you can communicate with this memory of the spirit, and almost perhaps you could this way channel the past lives of your friends through going to the other side and seeing past versions of them. Again, you're really working outside of time, but you're translating all the things that take place to make sense in our time. So it's like you have these multidimensional experiences and you're trying to translate them when you share them with people in a way that the brain can comprehend, basically. So yeah, how do you tell a friend, hey, I saw the ghost of you in the astral plane, so I know who you were because I met your your spirit, but you incarnate it, and that is just a memory in the astral plane. You see, it's really multidimensional. It's really outside of time and space as we know it. But that is your framework. That is just how you operate, 𝒸𝒶𝓀. So you're capable of doing regressions for people. Page of Cups. Yes, yes, yes. Talking to the past versions of people, the spirits of people you may know. Let's clarify this Page of Cups. The Hanged Man. And the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, let's see what is this all about. 𝒸𝒶𝓀. I'm really getting this energy of spiritual phenomenon materializing in your life, like hearing knocks, having poltergeist experiences, maybe even seeing flying discs and like UFO sightings are possible here. It's just a lot of paranormal things for you materialize, become very real experiences, very, very real. You may have had moments where you feel like you're being touched and then there is no one there. This is because your consciousness is very open to its multidimensional self. You may have a lot of water placements in your first house. Pluto, Neptune, Pisces, Scorpio on the ascendant. Cancer as well, but more so Pisces than Scorpio. And I do feel that in your home, like in your house, a lot of things take place. Also, if you ever wanna hold an object and you get visions and you channel the origins of the object or the energy of the object, I want you to know that this information that you're getting is valid. I'm getting that you have this ability. I'm also getting this, maybe when you were a kid, I'm not sure, this urge to find hidden things. That's very specific for someone out there. Maybe wanting to be an archaeologist or something, but finding hidden things. I feel you have an intuitive hunch about where certain relics and antiques are buried, covered, hidden. Okay, so 𝒸𝒶𝓀, I feel like that's all I've got for you, and just as I mentioned in pile 1, I may or may not do an extended version of this reading. I really want to do an extended one where I channel with automatic writing, drawings, a little bit of painting, maybe we'll see. I really feel guided to do it, and of course I'll pull more cards and channel some more, but yeah, I'll see if I have the energy to do it. So if there is an extended portion of this reading, you will see it linked under the timestamp of the pile corresponding to it. And if not, then it means I didn't have the energy or the time to do it, and I may do a part 2 in the future. We'll see about this. I just hope to do an extended because I really feel called to. So thank you so much, Pile 1, for being here with me. I hope I gave you some clarity on some spiritual experiences you've had. Definitely let me know. Your pile was very, very interesting. I definitely shall note that. So I definitely hope to get some more messages in an extended portion of this once again. But yeah, anyways, I hope to see you next time. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, if you want to support my work, you can like the video, share it with friends or with your community online. And of course you can donate. I've got all of my links in the description box. Thank you, 𝒸𝒶𝓇𝒹, for being here, and hopefully I'll see you around again. Bye. Hello, 𝒸𝒶𝓇𝒹, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this stone, this crystal, this is gonna be your reading. So let's get into it. Let's explain some spiritual experiences you've had. Oh, for some of you, maybe that's a recurring thing. For others, it was a one-time event. But I'm getting the winter. I'm seeing a lot of snow. So I don't know if in the winter, usually for you, paranormal activity is stronger, or you experienced something outside in the snow and it was inexplicable or slightly spiritual, slightly paranormal. I'm seeing figures. I think you guys saw figures. Maybe through the window. Let's see. Yeah, it's almost like with your peripheral vision, you saw stuff. Specifically figures. Grayish figures for most of you. Okay, I'm getting that some of you are getting messages, guidance, you're hearing stuff in a different language than yours, and you almost know what it means, you can tell what it means, but it's in a different language. So sometimes you may feel like you struggle to translate it, or it's a bit distorted. I feel like when you were kids, many of you 𝒸𝒶𝓇𝒹, you have a dream, but this may sound a bit dramatic, like from a movie, you know, a psychic is reading your cards and she or he is like, but it wasn't a dream. But that's really actually what I'm getting. Some of you had a dream-like experience, but it wasn't a dream. Perhaps you were sleepwalking, or you were seeing things, talking to beings, and you thought it must be a dream. Um, but yeah, something about kind of time not making sense, waking up at a certain, waking up at this hour, but then falling back to sleep and waking up at an even earlier hour, which is kind of impossible. Um, not kind of. I mean, actually, kind of. It is possible if we think of time as non-linear as it is, but yeah, something with time glitching and having this dreamlike experience that really was not a dream. Trying to explain it, being shocked about it, sharing with parents and friends. And for others, I'm also getting spiritual exchanges of communication with plant life. So let's flip your cards. Intention. Lacking personal direction begets confusion and life as a pawn to someone else's game of chess. Oh, distorted desire. Pile 1 had this one. Pile 1 is trying to come in each of the other piles. And actually, with pile 2, we had again a card from pile 1 coming up, so I put it back in the deck because I didn't want it. But this one I flipped upside down like that, so I couldn't see it. So I suggest we keep it. I think it was meant to be here, but I'm going to pull one more card. Anyways, so you guys had a spiritual experience where you might have signed up a contract, maybe you were writing or reading those scrolls, like you were either writing on the scrolls or reading them, and that is a confirmation you guys have visited these astral schools. That was your spiritual experience, that for some reason you suppressed what you were learning in the astral schools, because it's very likely that people did not believe it. I want this one. Eternal gatekeeper. Wow. Acknowledge, assert, and protect what is right for you. Yeah, knowledge was given to you. Knowledge, especially when you were a kid. And throughout your entire life, you felt intuitively you must protect that part of you. But perhaps with some inner child issues, you suppressed this knowledge as well. Like the knowledge got carried away along with other childhood memories that were claimed to be imagination, childish, unrealistic, unpractical maybe. I feel called to tell you to work with labradorite, and many of you have this aura that resembles labradorite. Oh god, tongue twister for me. Yeah, you've got this shimmering aura, pile 3. I'm hearing your aura is like a filter, and it's interesting because it catches the attention, but it does not allow malevolent, is that the correct word? I think it is, malevolent beings to contact you or to be in touch with you somehow. Your shimmering aura works as a filter. It protects you. When you were a child, yeah, I'm getting this gift to tap into information that you feel like you must protect. And when you were a kid, perhaps you, of course, when we were children, we were a bit naive. So yeah, maybe when you were a kid, you were a bit naive about who you share your wisdom with, your information with. But I'm getting a lot of dreams that, again, were not really dreams, where you would protect certain relics, certain antiques, you would protect scrolls, books, something. You were fighting to protect something. I'm still understanding what the message about your aura is all about, but we'll see. It may come up later, so I'm just gonna leave it as an open case. Some of you, when you were children, you felt a deep attraction to a different ethnicity or culture than your own, and that is actually showing definitely a past life connection to this culture, this ethnicity. The comic. The Hunter. Wow. This is... Pile 3 is a very interesting pile in terms of how different each card is. You guys are gonna take me longer to channel, that's for sure. I keep getting the sense of you feeling like you must hide, you must run. You must mask yourself under the camouflage of ignorance and lack of wisdom and knowledge. With pile 3, I'm getting a lot of interference. I'm getting a lot of interference with your journey, with your path. Like you're targeted for some reason. But I'm trying to see what those spiritual experiences were that you suppressed. What was it? The Hunter. Yeah, I keep getting telepathic interference here. When you try to focus in your meditation, when you try to channel, when you try to focus upon a subject, there is this mental interference. It's almost like someone or something is preventing you from accessing your knowledge and wisdom, accessing perhaps your Akashic records. So if you ever feel that, if you ever wondered, is someone interfering with my mind, basically, or with the stream of consciousness I'm trying to tune in? Yes, I do see that. Ace of Wands. Temperance and the World. Yeah, definitely. I was noticing how she's holding the wand here, and I was thinking of magic, like actual alchemy and magic. And we've got the Ace of Wands. Um, and the Temperance. Oh, I just realized. Okay, let's see. Even I feel blocked by O3. I just cannot read your cards. It's like I see it, I get it, intuitively, emotionally, but I can't find the words or the concrete, specific, like, situation that this could indicate. There is a very pure divine connection to source that you're constantly exercising, and with the temperance you're constantly battling and overcoming temptations in order to be in that holy state, in that pure state. But I don't see, maybe I've already mentioned what I see here and I just don't see anything else. But yeah, basically I'm not getting or channeling at the moment any specific situation, spiritual, paranormal experience or situation. This feels more like your entire life, and how you process life events being a huge spiritual journey for you. It is possible that for you, a relationship or a figure in your life that possessed strong masculine energy, whether it was a female or male, this person entering your life activated you into alchemizing your inner feminine and masculine, and by doing that you did achieve the position or the level of a gatekeeper, an earth guardian. Because I do see a spiritual experience where you signed up a contract, you agreed to take on a specific role, a specific position. Look how, oh my gosh, look at the, do you see this? The position? How her head is turned to the side. It's so similar, and also holding the wand. You are a gatekeeper of Earth, 𝒸𝒶𝓇𝒹, and I think your spiritual experience was one where you signed up a contract and your destiny or your life focus completely changed. And it's gonna be really hard to be involved in mundane human life or mundane human problems and situations. A spiritual experience you may have suppressed or not understood quite fully is one where a relationship, a connection, a teacher, someone with strong masculine energy came and initiated you into alchemy of masculine and feminine. Once that was done, it's almost like your destiny shifted. It changed, it became something else, something different that caused disruption, but also a newfound path, a new focus. So it's possible that this spiritual experience left you chasing one thing and then realizing with distorted desire, and then realizing that this was meant for a whole different purpose. I'm also hearing now you've encountered your higher self at some point. And maybe you projected that that was a guide, but that was your higher self. That was you. With you, awakening was quite spontaneous, quite sudden. Although I feel like you held the scrolls all along, you needed certain sudden events to take place to wake you up to the wisdom you always held within. So yeah, 𝒸𝒶𝓇𝒹, you were quite I felt blocked, or let's say interfered with, when I tried to channel for you. So as I mentioned in 𝒸𝒹 number 1 and 2, I may or may not do an extended portion of this reading. If I do, it will be linked in the description box below, where I would do some automatic writing and drawings and maybe painting. I'll pull some more cards and channel messages. But yeah, I think I'll stop here because I'm not getting anything else at this time. I feel like if I spend more time with this spread, I would pull out the information, but it will take me more than what I would like to post on YouTube. So yeah, I would do this behind camera in the comforts of my space and zone, and then communicate the messages, most likely in the extended. But I would do the extended if I have the energy and the time. So yeah, if you see a link, then I did it. If you don't see a link beneath the timestamp for pile 3, then I didn't do an extended version. So yeah, we'll see how I vibe, basically. I have to listen to my body. Thank you so much for being here, watching this. I hope despite all the challenges and the roadblocks that I felt in this spread, I still could communicate some information that can clarify things for you, give you some illumination upon the spiritual experiences you've had. And yeah, hopefully this will be a much deeper reading and a much more clear one in an extended portion. Thank you again, and hope to see you around next time as well. Bye.